Hi, thanks for joining us. Here at the 7 to 17 Family Mental Health Program, we want to offer you some strategies to help you manage work, school, and behaviors while at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our hope is that after watching these videos, you will have strategies to transform power struggles and overwhelmed feelings into moments of calm and possibility during this difficult time. We know how busy everyone is, so for the sake of viewing, we aim to create a short but focused video. I want to acknowledge that this is a challenging time for everyone. It is normal to experience a mix of feelings that swing from moment to moment. One minute you may be worrying about homeschooling. The next be focused and planning a positive experience like a workout, to discouragement, to then yelling at your kids. This is also the case for our children, whose day-to-day lives have changed significantly. Before we talk any further, I ask that for this short presentation, you use this as an opportunity to be gentle and compassionate with yourself. This is not a time to beat yourself up for not being a perfect parent or having perfect kids. Shame and guilt have no place in learning. My hope is that you can allow today to be a new day, and these strategies will help you reboot. I know for myself, sometimes I need to reboot several times a day. All feelings are normal and okay. For this next section of the video, you may want to press pause and write down the answers to the questions. What would you like more of in your home right now? Also, please write down the top issue you are facing in your home currently. Was this an issue that faced your family prior to COVID-19, or is this a new issue? We will now discuss strategies that may help address these concerns. Every person in your family has emotional needs, and one important need to keep in mind during this time is that we all need to feel like we belong, to feel significant and connected. For our children, this looks like positive attention. It is fair to say that when we are at home with our children, it is easy to fall into the trap that we are spending lots of time with them. But being in the same space is not a substitute for close, connected individual time. Parents are often and understandably consumed with larger issues. Regardless, please watch for opportunities to give individual positive attention to your children. When children are not getting this need fulfilled, they can often start misbehaving with sibling fights, being whiny, clingy, dragging out bedtime routines, all to create attention, even if it is negative attention. If it works, please pause the video and take a minute to think about one small positive way you can connect with each of your children or teens. Another important emotional need is for power and control of our situation. In these times, both adults and children need a sense of control and independence over their world. How much control do our children have? Look for opportunities to offer choices to them. When people feel powerless, they will act out. Our kids have had school events and extracurricular events canceled. They can't drive anywhere and are often not coming on errands to mix their days up. They often have limited power for arranging alternative plans. They are waiting for the adults around them to organize things. This can lead to power struggles, meltdowns, or emotionally reactive times, and even backtalk. As our children's worlds have shrunk, so have their opportunities for power and control. Some positive strategies for giving our children power during these times may be: do you want to work on math or science today? Do you want to shower in the morning or evenings? What days of the week do you want to do school? Tuesday to Saturday, mornings or evenings? When stressed, people tend to become more rigid, or the opposite, and become overly carefree. My challenge to you is to think about ways you can offer your children more choices to empower them to feel more in control. I have read many social media posts showing families puzzling, making time capsules, playing board games, and pictures of clean, organized homes. Although these are beautiful experiences, I think it is fair to say that social media is not always accurate in terms of what is actually occurring in people's homes. Most families are reporting a fair amount of power struggles, exhaustion over cooking, messy homes, financial stress, lack of routine, boredom, grief, loneliness, and overall irritability. It is important to acknowledge real experiences so we can move forward, not with an image of what it should be, but what we need right now. Everyone's situation is different right now, but I want you to think of what you have more of now than you had 2 months ago, before COVID-19. In these times, it's easy to focus on scarcity, but what would happen if we focused on abundance? Are there some ways to improve this experience we are all facing? I encourage families to practice gratitude. This can be done as a family or individually. Every day, write down your encouraging moments. Put them in a jar, a family poster, or in a journal. Things you are grateful for, the little gifts in your day. It may seem too simple, but now, more than ever, we need to keep a lookout for moments we are grateful for, especially when we are saturated with fear and scarcity-based talk and news. Fear is contagious, but so is calm. It is important as adults we check our own reactions in these uncertain times. We must be thoughtful about what our kids are hearing and exposed to. As adults, we sometimes have to hold some of this information from our children so they get only the information they need to understand what is happening. Be mindful of the amount and content of media you are consuming as an adult. Ask yourself every day, do I have the information I need? Like a car crash, we sometimes can't seem to look away from. Sometimes we need to put our phones down, turn off the news, and focus on what is right in front of us, our families, or meaningful relationships. Right now, it is very important to watch what conversations your children and youth are hearing between adults or overhearing on telephone calls. Be mindful. This is particularly so for teens who may appear able to manage certain content. If children are fearful about COVID, explain the basic facts and ask them to list the adults that are here to protect them and focus on what we are doing to keep them safe. As said at the start of this video, please use these tips to regroup and be gentle and compassionate with yourself and your children. Nobody is perfect, but we can all regroup and refocus at times. All feelings are important and normal. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have found some helpful strategies for managing your home. Our video, Helping Families Thrive During COVID-19 Part 2, can be found on this page. We hope you watch for more specific strategies.